Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today you join us on the River Dart where we are on board our latest listing, which is a 2001 Fairline Squadron 52. This boat really does give you the mini ship feel, which is something Fairline really tried to emphasise when they launched this range back in the early 2000s. However, this particular 52 is a little bit different. It's undergone a full refit right from the exterior all through to the interior. So stay with us, we'll take you right through the boat. So this boat has been fully refitted. We're here in the cockpit and we're going to take you right through the exterior and then stay with us as we go through the interior. But as you can see by being stood here, we've had this upholstery all done here in this two-tone with this nice dark piping. I think that's a real nice finish and really adds a premium to this boat. We've got nice cockpit lighting all done in blue LEDs, and that actually follows suit all the way up the walkway on the working deck here. So at night, I mean, we've got them on now. I appreciate it's the daytime here in the River Dart, but imagine at night that would be a real nice feature. Which also brings us onto the bathing platform where we've got some more nice lighting, where we've got the boat's name actually on standoffs and backlit, which is a real nice premium finish and really sort of stands out. It's something you probably wouldn't usually see on a boat of this age. So yeah, really nice finish there. We've got a brig tender under here with a 20 horsepower, I believe, without taking the cover off. It's absolutely freezing, so I'm not going to do that right now, but we will confirm that in the full specification. And then obviously that is launched with this bathing platform, sorry, not bathing platform, your passerelle here. So doubles up as a passerelle, but also your tender launch system. So when you come down to the boat, you can easily launch your tender and make use of this huge bathing platform, a couple of director's chairs, real nice area to relax at anchor and use as a bit of a beach club sort of setup. And then looking obviously at the mast here, we got a Raymarine camera. The boat has had a full navigation upgrade, so we've got radar, chart plotter, all Raymarine throughout, and you can see those nice little blue LEDs there up on the mast as well. So, you know, really high attention to detail, and I just think the lines on this boat really does give you that mini ship feel that Fairline tried to portray when they launched this range back in the early 2000s, and especially, you know, later on in the video when we go inside and you'll see the hallway down into the cabins. It really does give you that feel that they were looking at. Specification wise, to add a little bit more, we've got your winches here, so you can usually see them more on med boats, but real nice feature. Lift up here, you've got areas to store your covers, ropes, all bits and bobs, both sides. And what I do like about a boat of this size, only being sort of 52 feet, you've got access both sides, both port and starboard, depending on your home berth or where you may choose to visit. You know, you can access the boat on both sides depending on what that is. So with that, let's go forward, let's go up to the bow area and let's have a look at more of that attention to detail. So you may have noticed on the screen, throughout the whole boat, we've got synthetic teak deck, and that's all on the walkways, in the cockpit, up on the Flybridge. Real nice finish, nice and low maintenance throughout the whole boat. So huge sun pad following the same suit in the colours as the one in the cockpit. Got these nice fender baskets here, but it is worth a mention, these anchor lockers are huge, and you know, even though you've got the fender baskets, today we've actually put all the fenders and the spare lines down in here. If I can get that open, hold on, let's open that one, it might be a lot easier. He's already open, doesn't help that it's freezing. But yeah, I mean, the other side, we've got the fenders and lines. In there you can see your anchor locker with all your chain, your huge winch system here. Of course, you can deploy the anchor from the helm, where our skipper Mark is currently sat, observant as always on the phone, but also using these foot pedals here. But I mentioned those blue LED lights earlier. As you can see, they follow all the way up to the bow area. So really nice touch that through. So I think with that, let's go up to the Flybridge and take a look at that navigation suite. So we're now coming up to the Flybridge. You've got this real nice grab handle here on the starboard side, and again finished off in that beautifully moulded steps with that synthetic teak. So real nice finish. This cover here to cover up the Flybridge was actually part of the refit, so that actually never used to be on board. I know this boat a little bit quite well because I actually sold it to the current owner, so this never used to be here. It used to be a little bit of a makeshift panel, so this is actually more of a sort of firm factory finish, shall we say, but nice and easy to access. You've got good access here, good grab handle here, little gate here that's locked in, you can hold on here, and then it brings you up to the helm area. So you can see that full navigation upgrade. You've got the big Raymarine chart plotter here, your speed, depth and overground, little dash here, and then obviously your usual Volvo EVC controls, your autopilot system here, your wireless Raymarine handheld VHF, so that's quite nice, and we've got both bow and stern thruster. So in terms of manoeuvrability and to use this boat, nice and easy on twin shaft, and you've got the bow and stern thruster there as required for those of you that do like to use them from time to time. 3 nice huge helm seats, so from a mooring side of things coming into the boat, you've got good visibility both out to the bow area, and you can quickly go to the port or the starboard side to see how you're getting on, but not forgetting that stern camera, which you could access on here on your chart plotter. We may not have the master on downstairs, so I might show you that inside a little bit later. But again, this upholstery is all nicely finished, all matches both all the exterior elements of the boat, and you've also got this lovely bimini here that folds out and covers the whole Flybridge to keep the sun out of your way when you're on board on those sunny days. And then this nice U-shaped seating all here, so I reckon, you know, comfortably you'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, sort of 6 of you up here at a push. And then on the port side we have got, conveniently located in here, a little fridge and a little sink. So not quite a full wet bar, but enough to put a few bottles of wine or a few beers in there for when you're cruising along here, maybe Channel Islands, for example, for around this area. So yeah, I think that's about all we can say for the Flybridge. Stay with us and we will go on down to the saloon. So before we head inside, I forgot to mention, so my fault, but again, reverting back to that mini ship feeling, bearing in mind this boat was built 25 years ago, this has got a crew cabin. So we removed some of the seating here, which you can see really easy to remove. It just attached on these Velcro straps here. And if I lift this compartment here, we have got a twin crew cab down there. And there you have the original Fairline mattresses. For those of you who are familiar with Fairline, the old blue, the navy and white stripe finish there. But real nice area to store all your bits and bobs. As you can see then, we've got obviously a picnic table, no doubt, all your water toys, etc. go there. Or if you've got little kids, grandkids, and you're thinking of a boat, they do love that cabin as their own little space. So I think that's the exterior finish for now, and join us as we take you through the inside of the boat. So for those of you who are still with us and a little bit eagle-eyed, you might have noticed a couple of things. A, the weather has completely changed. B, I've got a different coloured shirt on, and I've got another lump on my head because I've hit my head again. Unfortunately, when we came back in the other day, my fault, I dropped the microphone in the water, so we've had to take this video in 2 parts. But anyway, enough about that, back to the boat. So what I'm going to do is we're now going to enter the interior, which really shows off the full refit that this boat has had. So I'm going to open this door, real nice heavy sturdy door from Fairline, nice curvature, and as you can now see into the boat, just really the full extent of this refit and the wow factor from the low level lighting under the steps, this really nice dark wood flooring here, and then of course all the upholstery's been done in this real nice soft material, which then goes on to that nice light coloured carpet. We've got blinds throughout, both port and starboard. Not the best day to show you, but we do have electric windows, which that's on the port side. I'll just pop that down slightly, and the starboard one just so you can see there. So on those more sunnier days, should we say, you could really open that up and get some nice natural air ventilation into the boat. Now, something on a boat of this era that you would never normally see from factory, where you can really show off the fact that this boat has had a refit, is we do have a rising full TV. It's a really nice touch here on the starboard side. Click of the button, and that softly comes up. You know, something you really always now see on a boat, sort of say 5 to 10 years old, you'd never normally see on a boat which of this age of 2001. So obviously that's been built in, hand-built carpentry or cabinetry, should I say. Real nice feature. But yeah, I mean, we've still got obviously the cherry woods here on the side, on the port side, so still sort of showing a little bit of the modern era of this boat. And the two helm seats, I think with that colour, really does contrast and sort of gives a little touch towards that. So yeah, really nice. So with that, I'm going to now take the camera back off Nathan, and I'm going to take us down to the galley, show us the features there. For those of you who are not familiar with this boat, there's a nice little hidden area down there that can be utilised in many ways. So coming on down, you'll see here this worktop has all been redone during the refit, so that's a real nice finish. You obviously got here some very heavy with there, slots in nicely to infill the gap. All new cabinet faces, mealy oven. We've got here freezer drawer, and then a good size fridge underneath, all fully loaded, ready with all the good stuff, ready for a good weekend on the water. Now on these 52s, they had in here, this one's been converted into the utility, but some of them were a single cabin, depending, but all your bits and bobs that you don't necessarily want to store in the lazarette or the crew cabin back in the cockpit there, you can put down here. And it's a little bit of a TARDIS in here. So you've got all these storage cupboards on my right hand side here. You've got a washing machine there, might be a washer dryer, is it? Yeah, a washer dryer. So real good place to, well, it is what it is, a utility room. As you can see, the owner's got all their bits and bobs in here. So all the bits that you want to keep on board, might not necessarily need it every day. There's always stored down in here. So nice little cubbyhole, shall we say. And actually, okay, yeah, it's not a full-size door, but to get in and out, it's not too bad at all. And that just closes off. So moving forward, you've got the separate dinette against the saloon. The saloon lounge here. So a nice place for dining on maybe perhaps like on a day like today when the weather's not so great. And then here we are at the helm. And as I just mentioned earlier in the video, you've got these lovely reupholstered leather interior seats with a nice pipe in here and the two-tone colour, which I think does sort of set these off and match quite well. So inside helm, dash has all been redone, all up here, all this helm area here, nice new wheel. We've got the Raymarine plotter on both sides. You've got your big plotter, your smaller plotter here, and then your speed and depth here on the port side. I believe this is still original. From memory, I'd have to check the old photos. I'm sure this is still original. However, all the navigation suite and our autopilot is not on, but this is here. It's been upgraded. Sleipner bow and stern thruster, your Volvo Penta controls, and then obviously all your usual rocker switches here. So what we got on: water pump, demisters, anchor, battery crossover, your helm lights, all your bilge switches here, your wipers, jet washer, your horn, chain counter as well, and then your Volvo EDC control just here. And then here is your main switch panel for the whole boat for all its systems. So obviously you've got your 24 volt here, your 12 volt here, and then your 24 volt systems down here as well. So, and then you can fire the generator from here, but we'll jump down in the engine room a little bit later. Now with that, let's head on down to the cabins. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, this boat really does give you, or was angled at that sort of mini ship feel, and I really feel that internally this area with the curved steps going down to your cabins really does show that off. It's worth mentioning all these linings have been replaced. It got a little bit of a textured finish on here, really nice, really nicely done. And that's throughout the whole boat. And you see all that, again, those nice little attention to details with the under lights under the steps there, real nice finish. So to my port side, we have the day heads, which is a Jack and Jill style to the guest VIP forward, which we'll jump in there shortly. You've got a towel rail here. This was installed during the refit. So, you know, the owners of these boats do spend quite a lot of time on board. And I think they really did think about this during the refit of what would benefit them. And a towel rail came really in handy, should we say. You've got a nice recessed shelf here. Not often something you rarely see on a boat. Nice little bowl sink there and a good full-size shower, which also has had a rainfall shower installed as part of the refit. So, you know, for those of you who are a little bit taller in life, you got good space there and head height throughout to have a nice shower. So with that, we will go forward to the guest VIP. Obviously it is the winter, guys, so we've got heaters and stuff laid up, but just goes to show you how the owners keep their boat. So again, linings have been done all throughout the whole boat. You've got blinds here, both port and starboard. That's really nice finish on the TV there. It's been nicely boxed in and finished with this lovely grey material. Control here for your aircon and heating into the cabins, and good stowage throughout. So space there, space above. So real nice cabin. Now with that, we will go out through the access door to this cabin and into the master cabin, which is in the midships, within reason of the boat, just off, shall we say. And you've got this real nice headboard. Again, the linings have all been done the same. Real nice headboard on this one, finishing a lovely fabric throughout. Walk around bed, and we've got a walk-in wardrobe. Well, I say a walk-in wardrobe, a bit of a bigger wardrobe, shall we say. In the back here, plenty of stowage. And then of course you've got all your drawer lockers under here, blinds here, nice little lights here, spotlights, and then that TV again is same as the guest VIP, finished off, boxed around in that lovely grey material. And of course, as you would expect, the owner's cabin does have an ensuite, so we will jump in there now. So again, very good size, nicely done. That recessed shelf, real nice finish. I do like that. It looks very premium on a boat of this age. You know, really do forget you're on a 2001 boat here. And as I mentioned in the other heads, we have got a never rainfall shower. So, you know, for 2-4 of you on board for long periods, real comfortable boat, lots of space, lots of stowage, and plenty of sort of home comforts. And we've got the towel rail on there. Is that hid behind that? Yeah, and another towel rail. So there we are. So with that, what we'll do is we'll now head back to the boat and we will jump in the engine room, just give you a quick tour of the engine room. So stay with us. So before we jump down the engine room, I thought it's worth mentioning this lazarette, which is just aft of the engine room hatch. So again, another huge space for stowage. You obviously got your battery bank just down here, your water heater here. So, you know, it's worth mentioning this because as well as your stowage here, not forgetting the crew cabin, which most people just use that now as a sort of garage, if you like, to put all your bits and bobs. You've got further stowage in here. So going down into the engine room, we've obviously got our generator right in front of us, so you can power the whole boat when you're at anchor or perhaps on a swinging mooring if you're visiting places that do not have marina facilities. And then to your port in starboard, you've got your both Volvo Penta D12 700 horsepowers there. So 2 big lumps of kit ready to power the boat along and take you cruising. So with that, I think that's most of the boat. If we've missed anything or if you've got any further questions, do get in touch. We're happy to help. The full specification is online, but I think with this boat, if it's of interest, you've really got to come see it. Get in touch and we'll show you on board. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.